people will join little. Okay. So we'll see the disk management. Okay. So the total before we start. So totally things are there. First is a disk management. If you know the disk management, then only we can do LVM concept. Okay. So if possible, I will show you today what is LVM. But explanation is very important for LVM. Explanation practical is also very important. Okay. Next, YAM repositories, RPM, HTTP, FTP, NFS, CAFS. Printer is difficult now, so we can do it. Okay. So first we'll complete the disk management. Then we'll see RPM and YAM process. Okay. If I have a time, then I will show you LVM. Otherwise, tomorrow I will show you. Okay. So tomorrow, Saturday also class is there. We have internet in Hyderabad, my sister home also there. So I like to complete your Linux, and not only just to complete, you must learn. That is very important. Okay. How much you are completed, that is secondary. How much you learn, that is very important. So last part, the file access kind of stuff, CHGRP and all. Whether you guys are listen properly or not, this is very interesting and very important. Okay, this part. I don't know much about video editing kind of stuff. If I know, definitely I will cut separately and I will write it. Okay. So first of all, disk management only. What is disk management? The disk management, first one is you have to partition the disk, creating a partition. First one is basic is create partition. What is the second one is creating a partition, format. So define file system format. Okay. So define file system. So that's what we call it as a format, right? Format, define file system. Next, mounting. Okay, mount to mounting. So mounting is important. So you have to mount. So then only you can able to access. For example, in Windows, in generally in a Windows, we have a system, right? See, so I have to delete so many files from here. C drive, E drive, okay, F drive, E drive, okay. So the video files I have to delete, so I didn't delete. Okay, so this is C drive, E drive, F drive. Because of the drive letter, we can able to see it. In Linux, we don't have any drive letters. Okay, so we don't have any visible kind of stuff. So compulsory, you have to mount your partition to a particular folder. For example, if I mount it to this folder, if I open this folder, so I put a data, so the data will go to the particular one. Okay, that is also we can able to do in Windows system. Okay, in a Linux, what to do? So this is the Linux GUI mode. Even in a GUI mode also, you can't able to do anything. For this practical, it is either you are a sudo user or maybe a root user, normal user not working. Okay, yeah. Okay, so you can go to disk management related. So go to applications, system tools. Yeah, I forget to restart my PC. Update, restart, right? Okay, so go to settings kind of stuff, or you can go to utilities, disk management, go to disk in a GUI mode, you can also do it. But already I told GUI is not much powerful. Okay, so CL is best. It is like with single one or two commands you can. So people already know Windows system. So if you do multiple tasks in the Windows system, like you have to go this way, like that. Here it is not. See, these are partitions. If you look at these partitions, okay, these partitions are already mounted. See, okay. So this is device SDA boot slash EFI. This is slash boot. This is mounted file system. It is only slash, I think so. This is slash home. This is swap partition. This is free. 34 GB free is there. I took almost 120 GB. Okay, so out of 120 GB, 34 GB around free space is there. Now you want to create a partition, you can create it. Just you can go to plus. I selected a free space. Click plus, and how much partition you want to create it. I'm creating 4 GB. 4 GB. 4. No, not 34. Four GB. Okay, I'm creating 4 GB. 30 GB free. Next, you want to give a volume name. You want to give a volume name. You can give volume 1. If you want to give volume name, so volume 1. Okay, you want to protect with a password, like you can do it. Internal disk for use Linux system only ext4. You want to format with fat or other, which file system. You want to erase overwrite existing data or like that. Okay, create a partition. So wait, so partition is creating. So this almost all. It is for after so much of long time. I'm showing how to create a partition in a GUI mode. See, partition 6. This is partition 5. This is partition 6 is created. See, this is the name of your drive name /dev/SDA6. You can also see SDA4, SDA3, SDA5, okay, SDA2, SDA1. It is SDA6 4 GB, and this is nothing, 30 GB free space. And if you look at here, so this is SDA6 4 GB and not mounted, and file system is ext4. Okay, so if you want to mount it, means how to put a data in the volume 1 in a 4 GB drive, how to put a data, in the 4 GB file. So you have to mount it. So like that, you can go to like this. This is the play button is there. Mount selected partition. You want to change. Additional options if you want it. Format partition, edit partition, edit file system, resize, check file system, repair. So options are came up. Okay, certain options are there. So this is already it is formatted. It is showing ext4. Already formation is done. This is your drive, 4 GB drive. Okay. Now I want to mount it. So I click on this one. Now automatically it is mounted to a folder. See, already I told and I explained about a file system hierarchy. /run is usually like a MNT type mounting. /run media root /volume1. If you go to this one, so because we are in GA directly, we can able to open. See, this is our volume 1. This is our volume 1. Other locations, computer, go to run. In the run, go to media. Media, root, volume 1. This is your folder. So in this folder only we have a data. Okay, that is. You want to put some data inside. Okay, so I'm putting some data here from here. So look at here, touch. We VF11 like that it will be created where, so I have to give the location /run /media /root volume. Okay, I created a file in this location. You can search it. Files are there. Files are there, and also through the here also you can check it df space -h. df space -h. You can see this is a drive, and here it is a size. Okay, user space, available space, and where it is mounted. It is automatically mounted temporarily to this one. It is mounted automatically to this one. If I click this one, unmount, gone. See, okay, unmounted. I remove the mounting. You can look at here. Yeah, it is gone. It is went to the home. You can try run media root. Where is this folder? It is gone. Gone means it is unmounted. So even though you want to try again, see that one is the statement. If you see, the statement is not showing under this one. Okay. Also, like this, it is saying no such a volume or a directory because I unmounted it. Okay. So if you mount it again, if you want to mount it again, like mount, click on this mount. So this is a temporarily it is mounting on it. Okay. Then you can try again. So you can see volume 1. Also see files under volume 1. Lost+found is there here because of it is a drive. It is a drive. The drive again mounted, then only we can able to access. So you can see volume 1 is appear. So these are the files. So data is stores in the drive. Data is stores in the drive. If you want to access the data or you want to put the data, you modify the data, you must require to mount it. Then only we can able to access. Guys, understand how to create a volume, how to access the volume, mounting. If you want to edit this mount also, you can mount it volume. We can able to edit also. We can do it. Like here we go. Okay. Edit mount options. Okay, so you can change where to mount and all like that. You can able to change it also. That is, this is in a GUI mode, and as well as I'm trying to explain what is mount. How to create a partition in GUI. So what I done, I created a partition. So when I'm creating, automatically formatted. Next is mounted, and I access. So that is the formula. For a CLI, we use a command called fdisk. There is another command is there called gdisk. Gdisk is also there, but currently we can use fdisk also now. Okay, GPT type of disk. Like you add a new hard disk and you want to define it as a GPT type of disk, like it is a gdisk. Now it is not like that. So fdisk is a command for a disk management command. Okay, guys, theory, practical, whatever it is, you must know both the things. So first, whether it will take time or not a time. So some people think it is 1 hour, 2 hours I'm taking. Yes, of course. But problem is you must understand that is very important. Look at here, guys. In Windows operating system, in a Windows operating system, you have names like this. In Windows OS, this is a disk. The disk name is like a disk 0 or disk 1, like that. Okay. Name of the disk is disk 0, total disk. Of course, any type of disk it is, there is a MBR and GPT kind of stuff is there. I'm not going to MBR and GPT now. Okay. So for example, you have a drives in Windows, C drive, D drives, E drives, like that. You have a drives. Okay. Each drive, like this is for a operating system. This is for something like maybe your data drivers or like that. This is for videos or virtual machines purpose. Okay, right? So we'll use for a different drives for a thing, and directly you can open with your file explorer. Go to this PC, you can access the data. This is what is our habituated. Of course, without a drive letter also we can access the data in the drive. Without a drive letter, we can access the data in the drive. So when you create a partition, first we format and make sure some drive letter is assigned and we can access, otherwise we mount it to the certain folder. So what's that it is? This is the naming structure in the Windows. Come to the Linux. First of all, hard disk. Disk. It is a hard disk, right? Disk. Different naming structure is there, guys. So usually all files are stores, all hardware related stores in a dev only. All the related things stores in a dev only, /dev. Okay, everything like a CD-ROM, processor, or everything, every hardware device stores in a /dev only. Like this, it will stores like a /dev/SDEA. Okay, so here it is. D represent disk. E represent disk. A means first disk. Case, if you see B, it means second one. Logically, it is second one. C disk is a third one. It continues like this. Okay, it continues. So what is a D represent? It is a hard disk. First disk SDA, second disk SDB, third disk SDC, like this /dev/SDA. It means first disk. I have a multiple disks are connected. So I have a name like this /dev/SDB. So it is a second name. Guys, understand this part? AB. A means first one, B means second one. D represent disk. Okay, this is the first disk, this is second disk. Understand or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we'll see what is this S. Why it is S? Yes, it is not always S. Depends upon your disk. Okay, your disk is normal hard disk like a HDD type. Okay, SATA type of hard disk or PATA type of hard disk. So then it shows H. H represent hard disk. It means either SATA, PATA, or IDE disk, normal hard disk. S represent SCSI disk, represent SCSI disk. S, it's a SCSI disk. V means virtual disk. The meaning of by people, you might also get it, sir. This is the virtual machine. Virtual machine stores in the virtual hard disk, not in a physical hard disk, right? Virtual machine operating system stores in virtual hard disk only. Virtual hard disk is for us. Okay, for me, that is a virtual hard disk. For that machine, it's not a virtual hard disk. It is a physical hard disk only. For virtual machine, disk for operating system in the virtual machine, the disk is like a physical disk only. Type of disk is there. So S means SCSI disk. Normally VMware, when you are installing, we use SCSI options. So mostly it will show SCSI or a H disk. This virtual hard disk VHS, VDA, VDB, VDC also we can able to see. When it is, look at here, this is my Linux machine. This is my Linux machine. Inside a Linux, if I run virtual machines, inside a Linux, if I run a virtual machine, the main machine is Linux. Virtual machine, I'm running a virtual machine. This virtual machine, okay, this is also Linux virtual machine. Virtual machine required a virtual hard disk, right? Virtual machine has a virtual hard disk. Linux virtual hard disk. This disk for this Linux is a VHD. That time it will shows definitely VHD. So Linux in the VM, in the VM should understand the disk is not a physical hard disk, it is in a virtual hard disk. Obviously it will understand it is VDA, VDB, VDC. So that's the story. If you don't get it, no problem. But remember, SDA, S means SCSI, HDA means normal hard disk. Okay, it is a meaning is normal SATA type of hard disk. Okay, VDA, virtual hard disk. You're running a Linux machine in the Linux virtualization platform like KVM and KUME platform. You are running the hard disk for a virtual machine is a virtual hard disk. That's a VHD. A represent first, B represent second, C represent third, like that. D represent disk. It is a type of storage is disk. Next, we create a partitions. Okay, we create a lot of partitions are there. So depends upon either it is MBR or GPT, the partitions are there. So whatsoever it is, for example, this is MBR type, how it is look like. Also we can see don't have a drive letters, right? So what it is having, so it shows SDA1. So actually it shows like this /dev/ SDA1 /dev/ SDA2. Okay. /dev/ SDA3. So whenever three primaries are completed, this is MBR, right? So whenever three primaries are completed, so what it will do? It create next remaining become extended. Remaining become extended. The extended partition name is /dev/ SDA4. So SDA4 is not really a partition. Okay. So you can go to SDA5. Okay. This is SDA6. SDA6. So this is your okay. This is how it is there. But when you come to the GPT type of disk, if you are using UEFI, so your disk is like a GPT type. Okay. So for example, if you have a GPT type of disk, so how many partitions support GPT, guys? How many partitions it support?
128.
Very good. Very good. 128 partitions, primary type of partition it will support. A logical partitions it supports. So you know extended partition is the 3. Is a empty one. So still we have some extension. Okay, next, this is how it is look like, but here it is. In generally, we store here we store all OS in C drive, but we are storing in different way also. Here we store /boot. I'm going to down only. Okay, /boot. Okay, maybe /home. Maybe swap, like maybe for anything. Okay, so like that, these are the partitions we are by default we are mounting. For example, not for example, I want to create a partition. I created partition, that 4 GB partition we created, right? And you want to mount to a particular folder, so you have to mount it. So like this, 4 GB partition you created, and you are mounting to something like /data123. Okay, like you have to mount it. So this is the naming structure, guys. Understand naming structure, remaining I will tell easily. Guys, understand first partition name, second partition name, first disk name, second disk name.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay, so this is your disk management. Okay, so fdisk is a command to use to check the things. So fdisk space -l or cul /dev/sda. We have only one disk, that is SDA disk. But before that one, you should verify what are the things are there. ls space /dev/ a question mark d a question mark. First you have to verify. Next, so when you find you have a SDA only, so when you got a answer like you have a SDA only, like you will get SDA only, for example, then you must know how many partitions are created, as better to know like this. Okay, like this. Okay, so whatsoever it is, we can find it from here also. So we know the name like this. Otherwise, -l. Okay, like this. So first know your disk, number of disk partitions, the names and numbers, we can know it. I'm directly using root user, guys. Look at that one. Okay. First one, as I said, ls space /dev/ d ? Because I know already, but in generally you touch a new system, new already configured virtual machine is there or a physical machine is there. You don't know the numbers, right? So compulsory you should know the numbers. So SDA. So SDA is confirmed, but 1, 2, 3, 4, how many are there? Yeah, SDA 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Totally 6 partitions are created with this one. So that is we understand. This is one thing. Next one is fdisk, directly using fdisk space -l, you can get a total information. What are the disks are there? What are the partitions are made it? Everything we will get it. Fdisk -l. See, it is almost 120 GB. It is showing 128, but I given 120 only. Okay, this is the name of the disk. This is the thing, and these are the number of partitions are made it. This is total your partition table. This is the partition table you are getting. And I have only one single disk. I have only one single disk. It is a GPT type of disk. It is a GPT type of disk. 120 GB, 120 GB, SDA. Okay, and this is the partition table 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the different spaces: 2 GB, 2 GB, 40 GB, 40 GB, 4 GB, and 3.7 GB, like it is showing. Okay, so what is the command? Fdisk space -l. Then specific drive. Okay, of course I have one single disk only, so no problem. But if you have multiple disks, compulsory go to the specific drive. Same answer you will get it, because I know I have only one single disk currently. Next, to create a partition, remove the -l. Same command only. -l is not there. -l is not there. Okay, -l means we have to create partition. The first part is to create a partition. The command is fdisk /dev/sda. So this is the command. Guys, few things you must remember when it is open. It is showing press M. It is like a help menu type. Okay, it is a help menu type. Okay, compulsory go for it. Understand what are there. But I'm telling directly. In general, I will explain each and everything. So when it is showing M, so press M, you will get it. The task is here, guys. Create a partition, 2 GB partition. 2 GB partition. I want to create it. Okay, so I will tell the steps. You tell me one by one. So then it is quite easy. To create a partition, so 2 GB partition, I want to create it. Press M. First of all, press P. Press P. What is the press P? It will display partition table. Okay, shows partition table. Next, V means it will verify unused space. Okay, it is for a verification. It means it shows, okay, available space or unallocated space on the disk. That is V. If available space is there, you should calculate. Okay, you have to calculate with 512 MB. So because it says number of sectors availability shows. Okay, so the space in the sector wise into 512 bytes. It means each sector is 512 bytes. Each sector is 512 bytes. Remember that. Okay. Next command is N. N for create new. Creating new partition. That is N. Now, once you given N, so it is asked which number. So probably last number by default. So we'll have to choose the default one. The first is partition number. It is asking default one. Okay, or a last one. So choose default one. Okay, choose default or enter. Okay. Next, it is asked first sector. Don't do anything, just enter. Next, last, it will ask for a last kind of stuff. So that time I want to create 2 GB, right? Plus 2G. Okay, first sector, already sector is there. So last one. So you can 2G automatically calculate 2G based on that set number of sectors will be created. Again, once it is done, go to P, go to V. Okay, First P and V is very important. Okay. Next, you want to V is not, go to partition table, verify the partition table. So once you are verify the partition table, you want to change the system ID like this. Like there is options like a T. Another option is like a L. Check this for a changing system ID purpose, and you don't know the, it will show you list of IDs. I will tell that one. If you want to change, you can change it. To change system ID, this is list of IDs. Once you are done, press V. Sorry, press P, press V. Finally W. W for a save and exit. And it will throw an error warning. Okay, so completed. It is completed, but it is a warning will be generated. So after this one, in the command prompt, these are all fdisk prompt only. Okay, in the command prompt, part. What is this partprobe? Is update partition table. Okay, in kernel. Kernel is managing, right? So what are the partition you have made it? You should update in a kernel by reboot system or command partprobe or command partprobe. So different ways you can give. So that is we'll see. Okay. So up to here, we'll do it first. We'll do it. Okay. So guys, this is a command. First command. Enter. See, what is the first one we have to do? Look at M for help.
Help menu.
Help menu. M. So you can understand D for delete. Okay. G for create new empty GPT partition. L for list known partition types. M print this menu. N add a new partition. P print partition table. Q quit without saving. W saving. T change partition system ID. Okay, we verify the partition table. Okay, we partition table. So this is the important one. So compulsory you must know. So to delete D. Okay, to create N. Verifications are P, V important. To change system IDs like a partitions IDs, TL is very important. Okay, so first one P. Check the partition table. 6 partitions are created. V. How much free space is available? 6 out of 128 is used. 6 out of 128 is used. So total free sectors are available in 2 segments. Okay, it is showing like that. So somewhere it is there. So no problem. So this is the total availability into 512 because it is saying these many sectors are available, but each sector size is 512 bytes. Each sector size is 512 bytes into 512 bytes. Okay, but as we know already 30 GB up to more than 30 GB is there. Now new partition. Which one? New. N. So as I said, by default it is showing 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it is 7th is the next one. If you want to use the 7, you can use it, or if you put enter also, it will take as a 7 only. So I'm using 7. First sector enter only because of first sector is based on the last sector of previous one. First sector is based on the last sector of previous one. So enter only. Don't do anything. Next, now we can give how much size you want it. I want a 2 GB. 2 GB plus 2G plus 2G. Completed. Partition is created. So what is the next one after creating a partition?
P.
Again P. Verify the partition table. Okay, this is the partition type, Linux file system type, like that. So what is these different types? You can see T means if you want to change the partition type like that, you can change it. For seventh one, I want to change it. Okay, for example. Okay, so you can put a L for list of all types. L, list of all types. And it is showing a very big list. See, list of all types. These are all different type of partition types, different type of usages. Okay, so what I want, it is not here. Why not here? I think it is in a 20s. So let me go. Yeah, it is a 20, 19, 20, 31. Okay, so this is a partition IDs. These three things are very important. Remaining we don't require. Okay, so IDs are important, guys. So list of type partition types. To change partition type system ID. Okay, so what is this list? So don't worry, Control V. So these are important one is 19, 20. Next, okay. Okay, these are the very important, because I want to create a partition for swap related purpose. I want to create a partition for LVM related, or maybe I want to store a basic Linux file system, that is 20. And if you go to this one, so list of all types. Okay, now 20. Okay, so it is change type of file system from Linux file system to Linux file system. Again P. Okay, so finally go to V. So there is still some more free space is available. Last is W, save and exit. Save and exit. Okay, so partition is created, but it should be update in the kernels. You can see kernel uses old table. New table will be used at a next reboot. After you run partprobe or partprobe or k part x. So remember k part x is another command, but I like partprobe. So type of partprobe. It is throwing something is like a it will update all the things. Otherwise, better to give your like this also, better to give. Okay, now completed. Okay, so in a part probe, give the part probe command. Okay, sorry, like this also you can give with the partition number also. So this part is completed, right? This part is completed. My screen is full of clumsy. Guys, understand what I done, how to create a partition. Partition part is created. This part is completed. Partition is created. Okay. So what is the next thing? First is create a partition, right? So first is create a partition. Format. Formatting means define file system. Guys, this command can be given in a different ways. First of all, Linux file systems. ext2, ext3, ext4. These are the main file system. Xfs is also another file system. In Linux, these are the file system. Remember, okay? Now you have to format it. Make file system. mkfs is the command. And which file system you wanted? ext4 on /dev/sda7. Okay, partition number. Okay, partition number. Okay, this is how to create a file system on partition. So this command we can give in a different ways, different sector wise, unit wise, so many things we can give it. But this is the simplest command as I know. Okay, so tell me what is the command? mkfs ext4 /dev/sda7. Okay, first create a file system. Now I put enter, done, completed. Okay, completed. This part is completed. Create a file system, completed. Next, you have a partition. You have a partition is created. The partition is created. I want to put data. How to put a data? Mount. Okay, create a mount partition. Next step is mount partition. So for that one, first create a directory. mkdir, empty directory. Okay, you need an empty directory, right? So we need an empty directory. So what I'm creating data7. Okay, so for me I will put a different way. D data7. My directory is /d data7 mount /dev/sda7. Guys, second one little doubt, so we'll see. And put a df space -h. Okay, first of all, df space -h. Okay, so can you see any /dev/sda7? 6 is there, 7 is not there. Look at here, 7 is not there. mkdir /dd data7. First I created a folder. Next, mount is a command. Mount /dev/sda7/d data7. I'm trying. Yeah, it is not throwing any error. It means it is mounted. Yeah, sorry. It is mounted. It is mounted. Okay. So am I written like this? Yes, correct. Okay. Any folder you can create, guys. It is not like this. This is a thing. You can create any directory. Directory name can be anything, but it must be empty. It must be empty. So before you do, after you do, you just verify it is mounted or not. Okay. So what I'm going to do is it is mounted successfully to my directory. Now I put a clear. Now ls space /d7, nothing is there. I'm going to create some files, just random files I'm creating under /d7. Okay, df7 under that 5. So 5 files are created under this thing. See, created. Guys, understand this one?
Yes, sir.
Don't worry. You guys also will do now with me. SDA 8. Okay. So this is completed, right? So here it is. How to unmount. 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 Okay. Unmount slash DDA7 to slash dev slash SDA7. Okay, how to unmount? Command is umount. Okay, guys, unmount command is umount. Be careful. Some people will put unmount and sir, not working. It is throwing some error. Umount. Okay, unmount command is umount. You can put a dd data 7. Okay, umount. So before that one, again I will go to -h. Okay, so it is mounted. Okay, clear. Umount slash d data 7. Also you can use this one, also no problem. Okay, unmounted -l. Okay, it is successfully removed. And also check ls space -l slash dd7. Where is the data? Data in the directory is actually stores in the drive. Data in this directory actually stores in the drive. Okay, data, whatever the data you put it here in the folder, the data stores in the drive only. So when you mount it, data is showing. When you unmount it, data is not showing. See, already I mounted. Again, look at data is showing now. It is not showing. Now it is showing. So this is the thing. Okay, mounted. This is small part of disk management. Yeah, small part of disk management. So compulsory verify ls space -l is okay, also okay, slash dev slash no the data. Okay, this is the first. Second one, unmounted, right? So unmounted is successful. Mount again and verify. Again mount slash dev slash sda7 slash dda data 7. Okay, again ls space -l slash d data 7. Of course, df space -h. What is df space -h? Which shows mounting information. Look at here, what size, user size, available size, percentage use, mount on. Okay, which partition, where it is mounted. You can see that one. Okay, guys. So this is about your partitioning, disk management. Okay. Full access, we will do it. Okay. So once again, just again, small part. I said no, part 1, part 2, part 3 is there. One disk management only. Okay. So then you will do second part of exercise. Disk management with a swap partition, that is separately we'll do it. Okay. Okay, so here it is. First, mount. The mount is manually you are doing, right? The manual mounts. The mount, manual mount, a temporary. Or temporary. It's a temporary mount. So meaning is when on next reboot, partitions is the partition is unmount automatically. On next reboot, partitions unmount automatically. It's not mounted, it is unmounted. Okay, so it is not a permanent mount. It is on next boot. The mounts are manual mounts. Like what are the mount we are doing? That is temporary only. Okay, so mnt tab will take care of that one. Okay, so okay. So how to mount? Okay, make mount file system, or you can say partition on board. Okay, on board. So how to do it? So put information in mount information in /etc/fstab /etc/fstab. Then it is become permanent bot. How to put it? vi/etc/fstab. Open it. There you have to put it like this. Information /dev/sdes7/dd. Any data, so which one you want to, where you want to put it, and file system ext4 file system. Sorry, ext4 file system. Okay, so defaults 0 space 0, like this you have to add it. So again I will come back to this fstab. So we'll see vi/etc/fstab. Okay, so look at here. So I'm going to edit. So first one is /dev/sdes7, and where you want to mount it. Okay, so /dd data7. Okay, file system ext4. Okay, defaults 0 space 0. Little different, but no problem. Just we'll get it back. Okay, I'm saving it. Saved it. ds space -h. Mounting is there, right? So you mount /dd data7. First of all, before you do, you have to mount it, unmount it. Okay, so again, so check it. We are unmounted, successful. Okay, if it is already mounted, you mount /dd data7. So verify you're mounted or not. So again, df space -h. Now, how to mount it? Okay, so like this, mount /dd7. None like earlier, be given directly. Check it. Like this. Okay, like this. Okay, so this is automatic mount. So what is this? Because of this one, when you restart your computer, automatically Okay, the mount will be happens. Mount will be happens first. It will verify fstab, and based on the fstab, it mount automatically. Okay, don't worry, don't worry. You're not finished. Okay, it did not finish. There is a problem. /dev/ SDA7, SDA6. These kind of names are logical. It means it may the names may differ. Okay, different when system boots. Possible changes. You will get a problem. So what to do? So first use the command belkid. Okay, blk means block id. Block id command is block id. blk id/dev/sda7. Now once you got an id is UUID, we will get it. So you got the first UUID, and so I put in use UUID instead of /dev/sda7. Okay, so in /etc/fstab. Okay, so how to use it? Let's see. Okay, so again df space -h. It is mounted, so I'm going to unmount first. It is not required to unmount every time, but just you can try. Do in both ways. So unmounted successful. Okay. Next, what to do? blk. Yes, it is showing for so many things. See, for SDA1, SDA2, SDA3. This is the ID. This is the type. Okay. See, SDA4, SDA5, SDA6, SDA7. Finally, I got it for a SDA7. See, I got it. But problem is, I don't like that much of very big data. blkid/dev/sda7 only. So this is the thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace. I'm going to replace this value in a fstab. In this value in the fstab. The fstab where it is located. So I remove this one. I put this one. Okay. So look at here. /etc/fstab. Like you can see this one. So I'm deleting this. Okay. Next, insert mode. First of all, you should copy this one. Copy, paste, and these quotations are not there. So look at this. The quotations are not there. Make sure you are copied correctly or not. Yes, very good. The quotation is not there. That's it. Everything is same. And the mounting is went so much of distance. So no problem. So space. Yes. That file system is also a little bit. Okay. See, I added a thing. So you can see I'm also added like this. Okay, like this I'm also added. Guys, it may be confused for a first time you are seeing, but while you are doing 2-3 times, you can easily understand. Okay, you got a lot of time today also. Better complete, guys. Okay, so mount slash dd data 7. So I am no need to worry about anything. Just already mount is link is there. Just I'm mounting manually. I'm just mounting manually, but really, if I restart, automatically this thing will be mounted. So this is the practical. Okay, this is the practical. Okay, so the last part may be confused, literally fstab and all. So, but if you do one by one step, you can able to do it. Just in the next part, we are going to learn um, how to create a partition. Means we'll create another partition. Okay, partition 8 we usually will create. Next one is we'll create a partition. Again, we'll create a partition for a swap. Okay, swap, or otherwise I will show first swap, then we'll practice in both the ways. Okay, so that's it. Okay, guys, understood or not? Any questions or anything?
Sir, can you mount a like a unallocated file like space?
No, we can't mount because very good. If you have a unallocated space is there, it means we didn't create any partition. It means it does not contain any file system. If it is does not contain anything file system means it cannot be mounted to a folder. Okay, we can't able to access anyway like a thing, right? Correct. So follow the steps. First of all, create a partition. So you make sure that there is a partition number. Okay.
Yes.
So very simple always. There is a disk and you created a partition in it. Some partition. You can put a colors inside. Okay. So for understanding. So you got a automatically some number on it. Okay. For example, SDA maybe a 7 or 8 something. Now you want to use this partition for LVM or storing Linux file system or a swap purpose. So that is we have to decide. Anyway, we did normal storage data only for up to now. Okay, normal file storage purpose only. So then we created a partition. Next one is put a file system ext4. Okay, then mount. That's it. You want a permanent mode? Permanent mode means put it in a fstab. Okay, so that is the thing.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm stopping record. So take a break for a 10 minutes.